Yo, what's the deal? Welcome back to Talk With Tay podcast, man. Back with another episode. Back at home, back in the city, man. I got my dog Courtney Bell with me, pulled up to show some love. Appreciate you, bro.
What's up, my nigga?
My dog, appreciate you pulling up, man.
No
Glad to
doubt.
have you on here, bro. A little bit about why I started this journey and the reason why I have you here today, bro, is I lost my mom, right? It's a loss that probably I'll never get over. And
You said your mind or your mom?
my mom.
Oh, no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt,
my
no
mom
doubt.
passed away. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so it took me on this real lost journey, bro. Like, and I remember there was a time, probably like 6 months after, right? I had hit you in the DM. You probably don't even remember this for real, but you was talking about this in one of your videos. You know, one of the videos that you do, you know, often.
Mm-hmm.
You walking and you spread knowledge to the people, right?
No doubt.
You was talking about something, can't remember verbatim, but you mentioned something about childhood trauma, and that shit hit me, and I'm like what is that? You know what I mean? Because I ain't never, I don't know. At the time, I ain't really know what that is. You feel me? So I hit you in the DM, like, bro, like, what you mean by that? You know what I mean? Like, you was telling me how a lot of who we are today stems from the childhood, like, right? A lot of things we identify with, and some of the things we probably don't know why we are today. And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, damn, that makes so much sense. And mind you, it's 6 months after my mom died, so I'm processing everything. Like, you know, it's like I got like a VR set on or some shit. Like, I'm seeing all of this shit once you told me that, and I'm like, damn, like it's so much trauma in me, bro. Like, I ain't never, like, it's a lot of shit I ain't never healed from. You feel me? And then you recommended this book, Healing Your Lost Inner Child.
My nigga, I do remember the conversation. I do remember
Robert Jackman.
And
I was like, okay, I'm gonna check that out. And I was like, damn, that was real. Cause usually, like, at the time, like I said, I knew who you were before then, cause of my cousin, and I heard the music before I even seen her face, and I was always a fan, bro. So I just want to say that. But yeah, bro, that book helped me, bro. Like, the first week I read it, bro, it shifted my whole perspective, bro. I just want to say thank you, bro, cause you helped me at a time where it was bad, bro. Like, I was suicidal. I had a chance to play pro baseball. I did that for a little minute, and then I just stepped away because it was just so hard, dog. Just trying to process all of that shit, and going through the family dynamic side of it. So yeah, bro, I just want to say I'm glad to have you here, bro. Because again, I just want to say thank you. You helped me at a time where, nigga, I ain't really had nobody for real, bro.
Nah, my nigga, man, we give all praises to the Most High for that shit, man, because, I went through a similar transition with my grandmother. You feel me? I had never experienced what the spirit or energy of suicide was. I always looked at niggas like, man, how the fucking niggas get to that space where it's like, nigga, you don't want to live?
Same.
Like, this shit beautiful. Like, even through the chaotic shit, like, you don't want to live? And when my grandma transitioned, like, I understood it completely, bro. Like, I understood that pain. And I was watching, side note, Black Sam interview with Big Boy last night. I've been heavy on podcasts lately. And he's a nigga that was like, man, like, I don't drink, I don't smoke. But he like, when Nip died, like, that was the first time ever in my life where it's like, I see why niggas drink, why people cope.
Yeah.
Because dealing with the reality of somebody that was once a part of your reality transitioning, it's so many things I wanted to tell my grandma. It's so many things I wanted to show her. You feel me? Me becoming a man now, you feel what I'm saying? That she has to experience from the spirit realm now and not in the physical. So, like, I started drinking heavy when my grandma passed. Like, all praises to the Most High for that, bro. You feel me? For growth and delivery. Because, like, the strongest battles get put on the strongest soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in situations personally where I know some of my homeboys or certain niggas around me would have folded. Would have went to a perk. Would have went to weed. Would have went to drinking. And granted, I did go to drinking.
Right.
But even within that space, like, I know I'm called. The Most High never lets me drift too far away. You feel me? It's like having a badass kid and the kid just run wild and you just grab him by the back of the neck. Like, get your ass back in the crib. Like, get back in alignment. So I said all that to say, man, all praises to the Most High, bro. I'm happy that book helped you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, again, appreciate it, man. I ain't never been the type to smoke or drink either, for real. But, like, because I was always heavy into sports and shit, you feel me? So, like, I seen niggas, fuck up they win.
No doubt.
People that I was around, I'm like, nah, I can't even do it. But yeah, I was man, shit, I was thinking about something at the time. You know,
For
when
sure.
mom's died, I'm like, nigga, I don't even know what liquor to buy. You feel me? But I was going in the store just looking at shit. You feel me? I'm hitting people trying to get, you know, certain things. And I'm like, man, is this really me? Like, what am I doing right now? You feel me? So that was like, yeah, bro. And she passed away. Like, you know, I graduated. I went to school and shit. Like, I was big on school education. So she passed away a week before I graduated college, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was like,
that's a whole nother weight within itself.
Man, I'm like, bro, like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, shit, this shit ain't even, it don't even feel like I accomplished anything. You know what I mean? Like, that was my biggest supporter in whatever I did, you feel me? Like, and it was, yeah, bro, it was interesting. That's the only word that I use a lot that I can explain those feelings at the time, bro. But yeah, bro, it's deep, bro. 100. Yeah, so it's deep, man. But yeah, bro, I want to get into, I've learned over the years that you're not a fan of labels. I know over time, you being an artist, you know, some people have tried to label you like a woke artist, conscious artist, and all that stuff, and you express how you don't really see it that way, like how you view yourself and things like that. And you said something about you're a human having a human experience. Like, what's your perspective like on that? Can you tell me a little bit more so I can understand?
Yeah, so it's like, one is me taking accountability, right? Meaning I labeled myself before anybody else labeled me. Meaning I sought consciousness, and I wanted to weave that into my music. And I'm a street nigga though at the same time. You feel me? I'm from Joy Road, like part of the RTM era. Like I was really outside, bro. Like
I'm hit,
but
yeah.
I didn't realize this until recently, that it's like, bro, it's a persona and a facade that I've put on as well, because yeah, I'm seeking consciousness, I'm seeking spirituality, I'm seeking out who the creator really is, eso and exoterically, you feel me, meaning inward and outwardly through my perspective and my perception. And when I finally started to discover myself, I had realized that I was being one-dimensional. And on social media, you see Courtney Bell be on fruitarian, he be working out, he be on reading books.
Right.
But it's like, nigga, when a nigga get off social media, it's like, nigga, you might catch me in the hood, like with a cup in my hand.
Yeah.
And me and my brother was talking, and he was like, yeah, bro, like, I can tell you about this shit now because you've come into yourself. But like, you've had two different personalities or images on social media and who you really are in person. And certain people pull me to the side, see meeting you in person for the first time, like, damn, I didn't know Courtney was like this. I didn't know he drank.
Right.
Like, you feel me? A female seen me hit a wood and was like, oh my God, he smokes.
Yeah.
And that hit me hard. Like, damn, bro. I've been labeling myself and been doing this from the time I started doing music professionally. So it's like, for me now, where I am, not to say I smoke or drink or none of that now, but it's always beautiful to one, be confident in who you are. I wasn't confident in who I am. I've been seeking and chasing after consciousness and spirituality, and that shit can be called like spiritual escapism. You feel me? So it's like, for me now and where I am now, like I'm comfortable in my skin, and I'm growing to be way more comfortable. Meaning, no, I don't drink now because I'm on probation for a DUI, but that's not to say when I'm done with my probation that like I may not pick up wine again every blue moon. You feel me?
Yeah.
I might smoke a cone like when I get off probation. And the shit just taught me, like, bro, remove the labels, just be who you are. Even like with the certain shit that I was rapping about, like, people love me for that. But then it's like, nah, bro, I'm this too. And I had to realize, like, nigga, I'm doing something that hasn't been done yet. Everybody that I kick it with, from Wallow to some of everybody, like, there's an aesthetic with consciousness, with being spiritual, with being woke, with being all of these different things. These niggas got turbans on, they rock crystals, like, they always burning sage, or like, you feel me, they on their diet. And, you feel me? But as soon as niggas get off the what's the name, they fucking women, they niggas live regular lives at the end of the day, and we're all seeking perfection internally in a way. You feel me? So now I'm comfortable with being who I am. Sorry for that to be long-winded, but like that's what that that's what it is for me now, bro. It's like I limited myself artistically for so long. You feel me? I got so much music that's me really expressing myself, which is why it's taking so long for me to get back to the space of music at a real way. Because like, bro, I'm not about to fake with this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because the internet gonna expose you. The universe is gonna expose you if you're upholding an image that's not true to who you are. So it's like, I'd rather be who I am now, and whoever fuck with it, and whoever don't. And when I started to express my real self, I had already set a standard for being a Hebrew Israelite, and what comes with that form of belief or that school of thought. Like, you got to carry yourself a certain way. You have to move a certain way. Right. There's a certain level of discipline and integrity that you have to move in, and there's nothing wrong with those principles. I still carry those principles, but everything else outside of that, I was drowning because I wasn't really being who Courtney is. You feel me? Off camera type shit. So that's what it is for me now.
Yeah, man, that's very transparent of you, bro. That's one of the things like I've always just fucked with when it came to you as a person, right? Like outside of the music, bro, it's just like you don't see too many people who take accountability for, you know, who they are and, you know, how they're trying to grow. So that's some shit I'm like, man, he really be expressing himself like who he is, like all the time. And I'm like, you know, I dealt with some of the things, just to touch back on the labels, right? Growing up, people used to label me as, you know, certain things. Nothing crazy, but I used to always, like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's my name. Like, call me that. Like, going through school, too. And especially playing baseball, bro. Like, I was typically the only black nigga. So I got to hear all of this shit. I'm like, man, look, don't call me that. Like, I didn't got into it with coaches, all type of things. And that made them look at me in a different light. But I'm like, you feel me? You're not respecting me at this point. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where that come from, bro. But definitely want to touch on your upbringing, man. Like, I want to know, like, where you say you've always, you know, you've been God body.
No doubt.
Since a kid, right?
No doubt.
Where did it stem from, though? Like, you talk about, you know, growing up in the city, and that's Detroit for y'all who don't know. Just tell us a little bit about, you know, the upbringing and how you first, you know, identified that, and how did it lead you to where you are now?
Shit, man, I grew up on both sides of the city, right? So, like, my mama and everybody from my mama's side is from Joy Road. Like, that whole side of the family is from the hood. Yeah. So it's like, I got cousins, relatives, and that's the beautiful thing about Joy Road. Like, all of us is cousins or related, or we grew up together in some form of capacity, like both sides of the hood, because there's two sides to the hood. So my family is originally from the Herman Gardens. Okay. That's like the staple projects of the hood in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 90s. They closed it in the 90s. So when I was like 3 or 4, they had closed the Herman Gardens down, and they had just opened up the Brewster projects. So everybody that was from the west side, majority of them, we got free housing over there because they were closing down the Jets. Closing down Herman Gardens. So I grew up until 3. I moved to the east side. So I'm on Mac and I-75. So I'm around grad niggas from grad shit, the Red Zone, Mac. Man. And like, I always grew up in the projects. Like, I never really stayed in the house. Like, even now, like, when our gardens got built back up, my mom's moved back over there. But just growing up in that era, like, I grew up in, like, I feel like one of the last generations that experienced the childhood. Yeah. That experience, nigga, getting on a bike and your mama don't know where you at. She's not calling you or you don't have a cell phone. Yeah. You just outside doing Lord knows what. Yeah. You feel me? To the street, like, come home and I know I got to get back to the crib. No type of communication. No type of communication, but my mama know I'm good. Yeah. And, like, I grew up with being in the projects. I realized how beautiful that was the older I got, because everybody knew everybody. You feel me? I stayed the night at the next door neighbor's house. I didn't have to come back home. Like, their parents looked out for us like my mama would look out for their kids. So, like, I enjoyed the beauty of community growing up in the Jets. But once I got older, 12, 13, I started to smell myself, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to love what's going on outside. Like, I'm still a kid at the end of the day, but I'm starting to take liking to being around the 17, 18-year-old niggas in the jets. You feel me? These niggas shooting dice, they fresh,
all type of shit.
You feel me? My brother outside with them, you feel me? Because I got older brothers too, you feel me? But my older brother with my mama that I was the closest to, me and him stayed together, you feel me? He outside getting active, you feel me? But like everybody always wanted to shield me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm like, y'all got me fucked up. I'm outside. Like, you feel me? So by the time I'm 12 or 13, me and my mom's, like, I started to grow to become a teenager, and me and her started to like butt heads a little bit. And I was always close to my auntie Niecy. My auntie Niecy always stayed in the hood. So about 12, I moved to the hood. I moved with my auntie Niecy. Now I'm back on Joy Road. So by that time, like, I'm running with RTM, YFN, PIF, like everybody. These like
wild era, boy.
That's a wild era, bro. But the band crew era,
man,
like TSN, like shit like that. So 12, 13, man, I'm outside. I'm on RTM time. You feel me? And from that moment on, I started to seek consciousness. Though it found me at like 15, like 10th grade, because I went to Cody. And around 15, this was around the time the YouTube era started to really like pop up, and videos was popping up and all of that. And I just started to come across, Illuminati, all of that type of crazy shit, and I went down a rabbit hole with it.
I think we all
Facts, type shit, bro. And I went down that rabbit hole. So 15, it started for me, like seeking consciousness. But as a child, like 4 or 5 years old, I could see spirits. I can communicate with spirits, and I didn't. I thought it was just normal to me, like dead relatives and just shadow figures, and like I can communicate, and there was no form of fear,
right?
Because to a certain extent, I subconsciously understood it, and I would always come to my mom, being a little kid, like, yeah, such and such is in my room, and they keep playing with my feet, or such and such is standing at the foot of my bed, and stuff like that. And one of the most significant things that happened was I had lost a cousin. My cousin, Ra, he was like a big brother to me. He had got killed when he was 12, going on 13. I was 10, going on 11. He had got killed in a drive-by. And I don't think I've ever even publicly said this, bro, but I had a dream about him dying the night before he died.
Oh, shit.
I was 11 years old. So, like, being able to see through the veil, dreaming, and just being able to interact with spirits, I've been doing that since I was a kid. So, like, that essence was always there. I said all of that to say that essence was always there. When I came across the Illuminati stuff and just everything around that name, I just went down a rabbit hole. So by the time I'm 17, 18, I'm still burnt out. I'm burnt out by 16, 17, but I'm still like on some knowledgeable shit.
Yeah.
I love to read. I love to learn new things. But by the time I was like 17, 18, Godbody, that name just really grew on me. You feel me? All the homies in the hood just start calling me Godbody, because before that it was LC.
Right.
You feel me? That's what everybody called me in my neighborhood. But then once I started to grow mentally and spiritually, and niggas started to notice that, like, I started to pull back from certain stuff, because I ain't gonna portray like this ultimate poise, bro. Like, I was just that nigga. Like, I was just outside tripping and shooting, and I was active, but like I always had a heart. Like, I grew up in church, bro. Like, my grandma had me in church, so it's like it was certain stuff that, like, I got certain love that a lot of my homies didn't get. You feel me? I come from a family of love, bro, and a heavy connection to God at the end of the day, and whatever path or capacity or label you want to put on that, it was Christianity for me growing up. You feel me? Like, my grandma didn't play that shit, bro. It was certain shit that when I went outside that I just know, like, I'm not robbing no old lady, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not hurting nobody's daughter, or, you feel me? Like, it was just certain shit that I wasn't doing. But other shit that fell up under other umbrellas when it came to it, you know what I'm saying? I have a high level of respect in my hood still to this day because of what I did and how I moved and how I continue to evolve. So from 18 on up, I had my first real spiritual awakening at 19 years old. You feel me? And that's where 19 to 20 is when I started to study veganism and all of the Dr. Sabi and like really learning about who we are, which led to the Hebrew Israelite path.
Yeah.
You feel me? From the Hebrew Israelite path, I started to realize that this was just a vehicle. As far as the Hebrew Israelite thing, I still do know that we are the descendants. You know what I mean? But I know that it gets way deeper than that. And a lot of people don't choose to dive deeper. Some people get to Christianity and just stay there.
Right.
And that's cool for them. Some people get to the Nation of Islam and they stay there. certain people get to Hinduism, Buddhism, Hebrew Israelite, and that's where they at. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of spirit in every capacity. You know what I'm saying? So from 19 on up until now, bro, I just been a student, just shedding and evolving. And for a while, the Hebrew Israelite thing, like, kind of, it didn't trap me, but it trapped me in a way. You feel me? I stopped seeking the Most High truly for who the spirit is, you know? But I still got a lot of love for my brothers that still move in that school of thought, though.
Right.
No doubt.
So talk about, it's obvious, right? Like, I know, but like, for the people who don't know, like you said, you was real active in the streets. Like, you grew up in the era, like, a lot of people ain't gonna understand. Like, I got a lot of my fan base ain't really from the city, but for y'all, man, listen, it's hard to explain, bro. You just had to live in it for real. But like,
for sure.
You grew up in an era where, you know, you was active, like, you was really in the street. So talk about, like, what was that battle like of trying to, you know, establish that growth within yourself and kind of eventually, like, move away, like, because I'm pretty sure it was so much shit coming at you that was, you know, kind of tricking you out of that, you feel me, that circle, like we call it the devil, or however people want to label it, right? Like, what was that fight like throughout those years to, like, you feel me, what was the self-identity for you?
Are you saying, like, as far as, like, when I was young, like 16, 17?
Yeah, from like
or
16.
Or like me transitioning spiritually at like 19 on up.
Yeah, from like 16, and then when you said you had the
spiritual
first awakening at 19, like, what was that like trying to, you know, because from that point, that's not that long. That's about 4 years.
Yeah.
You feel me? 3 or 4
Shit,
years.
That's a long time.
It's a long time, though.
It's a long time at the same
like,
time. When I started to, like, first dive in at like 15 or 16, it was like a hobby to me then. Like, outside was more real than the stuff I was studying.
Right.
And it was just due, I think, to a lack of maturity, bro. Like, I was immature, so it's like, yeah, I'm learning all of this stuff, but it's like, bro, when I step outside, this is my reality at the end of the day. So once I get off this computer, once I get off this laptop, where I put this phone down, you feel me? My niggas and them is sliding outside.
Yeah.
We into it with such and such with dog and them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit cool, but right now, this is not protecting me when I go outside, because I got to face, or I move with certain people. So if certain niggas see me, I ain't tucking my tail.
Right.
So
it's reality.
Yeah, like, I battle with reality more than my conscious at the end of the day, because I always knew that I was going to evolve. Even at 16, 17, I always seen a future version of myself being what I am now. So it wasn't even really a battle with that. I didn't start to experience the battle until like 19 or 20, when I really had a real interaction with the spirit realm, and I realized that this shit was real, and the path that I'm going down, I need to change now. This ain't some shit that, like, certain niggas change drastically over years. You feel me? Niggas step away from the dope game, or step away from whatever they hustle and they want to is. They get right with God. They become a husband or a father. For me, it was immediately. Like, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C is going to happen. And I felt that. So I kind of just started to distance myself from the homies then. I stopped coming to the hood completely. Like, and I was fighting the case at that time too. So with me fighting my case, having a real spiritual awakening, like, my world was like in shambles. In a way, in a good way, because I'm a firm believer, like, in order for restoration to happen, chaos has to happen. You feel me? You have to go through chaos for real restoration. So, like, everything around me was chaotic, bro. I was fighting the case. I had a charger. I had just bought a charger. It got stolen. Me and my moms, they got into it. So ironically, this is how God works, and it's a beautiful thing. Because I was very prideful. I was a young nigga I was a hustler. So I was a hustler more than a shooter or a killer or anything like that. Like, that ain't shit that I glorify. But I was a hustler though. And I was a young hustler. So it's like, I didn't want for nothing, bro. Whatever I wanted to do, I did. And what started the awakening was I was at Michigan State. And for the first time in my life, I had heard what the voice of God sounded like, and it sent chills through my body so strong that I packed up my shit and dropped out of college. Like, I heard the voice, and that at the same time I heard the voice, bro, I left school that day. Like, I dropped out completely. You feel me? And all I heard the voice say was, go home. Go home. I'm like, damn, like, chills through my body. And from that moment on, bro, the fight came from like me wanting to still hustle, or me wanting to like not work a 9 to 5, because I hadn't ever really worked a 9 to 5 up until that point. You feel me? But when I caught my case, it was a part of like my stipulations, if that's the word, that like I had to get a 9 to 5 while on probation. You feel me? But once I got on probation, I quit the job. I quit that motherfucker fast.
Right.
But that was really those things were my biggest battles, because now like I'm studying veganism. Like I didn't know what a vegan was, bro. I came across Dr. Sabi. Like all of this shit was like ordained for me to become who I'm becoming now and who I am now at the end of the day. So like from 19, I'd probably say up until like shit, bro, like 26. It was an inward battle with myself, because even though I came across the knowledge of us being Hebrew Israelites and all of that, I dove head first into it. Like, nigga, this it. Like, I changed even more from 19 up until like 21, because I came into that knowledge like around between 21 and 23. But from there, I had just got to a space to where it's like, bro, I had realized a lot of occult knowledge. I started to learn about a lot of occult knowledge and wisdom and esoteric knowledge and metaphysics shit. And it was just like, damn, bro, this shit way deeper than me keeping a Sabbath on Saturday. This is way deeper than me wearing fringes, bro, if my heart not right. And I noticed that a lot of the brothers that was in, and no shade to them, you feel me? But I noticed that a lot of the brothers that was in the Hebrew Israelite following was like manipulating women. You feel me? Out on the corners preaching, but as soon as you put that Bible up, you won't fuck shit, bro. Or you holding this image up on social media, but in real life, you closet sinning and you got all of these different women, and you like, I'm like, oh nah, bro. And I picked up a lot of those traits unconsciously in regards to what I said at the beginning of this shit, like with me being this on social media, but I'm this in real
different
life.
person.
And I ended up going back to the streets. You feel me? At like 23, 24. I went back to hustling. Like I went back to my old ways completely. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt myself walking through the wilderness. And I'm thankful for those times though, because through those chaotic moments, I really discovered myself. I discovered my real love for the Most High. I discovered my love for music. I discovered who I really am. You feel me? So leading up until now, like those are some of the things that like I battled with. Like the street shit was like a given. My daddy was hustlers. My uncles was hustlers.
Right.
I didn't have to hustle. That's the crazy part. Like I was spoiled as a kid, bro. I didn't grow up in no fucked up environment. I didn't grow up around no fucked up people or a fucked up family where my mama on drugs or nah. My daddy was a hustler. My uncles was hustling. Like I took a liking and a love to that, and that's what pushed me outside. It wasn't the gangbanging shit. The gangbanging shit was a given because it's my neighborhood. This what I'm identifying myself as. This is a group of people that I'm running with. So when you hear this, you see me. When you see Courtney, you know he's attached to LC. He's attached to bop. But I was naturally just into making money, man. I wasn't into all of the crashing out shit for real. I crashed out a lot, but it was shit like that. That's another thing that I was conflicted with. Because like certain shit my homies would do, and they wouldn't have no conscience, or at least they portray that they didn't have no conscience. I ain't no hoe or no punk at that age, so it's like, all right, like, like this what we on, this what we on. But I'm making it back to the crib, like praying to God, like, please forgive me for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit. Nah, let's say being young, one of your homies get killed, or like one of your homies get shot. There's no remorse for that at that time. As a kid is what I'm thinking. But just want to do certain shit, and it's like it wasn't no need for us to be doing it, and I still did it. That's what hit me, and that's what started to let me know, like, bro, I have a conscience. My man's in them must not have a conscience, bro. Which goes back to childhood traumas and the environment that you grew up in. I grew up with a consciousness of God, awareness of God. So it's certain stuff that I knew as a kid that I wasn't supposed to be doing that I still did. So when we go do bop, I'm coming back to the crib and I'm praying. Like, Most High, please, or God, please forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So to be where I am now, man, and to just be consciously evolving and stepping into who I truly am is a blessing. No doubt. Yeah,
bro. That's so. I want to know, like, where did the music fall in line, though? Like, have you always been into music?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Another thing, family. I come from a family of music, bro, on my mama's side and on my dad's side, and on both sides of my dad's side. Like, my favorite rappers was like my cousins growing up, bro. Like, and like I always say this in interviews, like Pac is my favorite rapper of all time, right? But like I grew up with like the Street Lord Wines, the Blades, the Stretch Monies, the Big Hurts,
Lodge
like
Boys,
the Lodge Boys, like the Lodge Boys, bro. I still ride to that CD. I was just riding to that CD in LA.
Shout out to my nigga Whoa, man. That's my nigga.
Man, my nigga Whoa was hard,
man. That's
bro.
my dog, yeah.
You feel me? But like just that era, Doughboys, you transition to Doughboys, to Team Eastside, Streets Are Us, like them the niggas that I looked up to, and a lot of these guys from all of these different individual groups,
right?
I grew up around, and like I aspired to be like. You feel me? So like, and then just going back to my cousins, because I'm related to like some of everybody.
Right.
You feel me? But like that love for music was always there for me, like always, bro. I remember writing poetry in kindergarten and first grade, like just effortlessly doing it. Just effortlessly doing it. So I can say my love for it has always been there. And then just starting to be outside at 12 or 13. Because I had been rapping as a kid, 7 years old, 9 years old. My big homies used to, that's how I knew that rapping was going to be something that was going to get me millions when I got right and got in alignment and put the music first. My big homies on the block, bro, used to give me $50, $20, $100 to rap. Like, you feel me? I'm 9, 10 years old, and you remember being a kid and how like your uncles pull up, they drinking, and foreign whips outside or whatever. Yeah. And my uncle or the big homies on the block come get me like, hey bro, split that one shit. Yeah. Let them hear like, you know what I'm saying? And just the love of art and entertainment, bro. I've always loved that. Like, bro, like I used to watch Usher videos when I was a little kid. Like my mama used to make me like sing Usher in front of like aunties and shit like that. Like I grew up in the era of that, so I always had love for the art. I have just never put music first. I've never put music first until right now in this moment. The past year or two of my life.
Okay, yeah, I think, man, just being from the city, bro. I think music is just embedded in everybody, right? But some people, you know, trajectory with it is not always becoming like an artist or like actually having a passion for it. But that music is just in the soul, man. Yeah, like I grew up loving music, bro. Like to this day, I still love music. Like if I had to like choose like just a hypothetical career, now I'd be a producer or some shit. Cause I love, you know, engineering the music. I love the sound of it, bro. That shit keep me calm, bro. But so like, when did you like actually, I would say, because to me, it sounds like you've always been gifted and serious about music, but when did you actually start implementing like that gift and putting songs out and then getting to the point where you are now, though?
I'd say probably like around like 16.
16. Okay.
I was like 16, bro, and I'm paying for my own studio time, yeah. Around like 16, 17, you know, I was heavy on the street music at that time. So initially, when I first started rapping, it was street music. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm a reality rapper in my eyes. So like I can only tell you what I'm experiencing and what's going on in the environment. So around 16, 17, I started to drop music, started to create a buzz, and by like 18, 19, while I was in college, when I had my spiritual awakening, I kind of took a step back from the music a little bit, and then once I came back, I was heavy on Hebrew Israelite at that time, so it was heavy conscious music. Like it wasn't real life music. It was all conscious shit. Like I'm on some, they gotta know about this, they gotta know about this, I gotta tell niggas about this, this, and that. And that's what I got known for. Okay. You feel me? So in a way, that's where I crippled myself. Because it was an illusion that I created in my head that like, the Most High wants me to only rap about this. I only have to rap about this. Anything else outside of that, the people don't want to hear that. Yeah. They don't want to hear what I'm really going through. They don't want to know what's going on. And when I started to actually tell people what's going on because of the foundation and fan base that I had created a fan base of mainly conscious people. You feel me? Yeah. So when you start to talk about like, oh yeah, no, like I'm battling alcoholism, or no, I'm battling this, or no, like I went back and started selling dope. Like don't nobody want to hear that. Yeah. if you've built the foundation off of just straight conscious people, and the thing about the whole conscious and spiritual shit, it's all smoke and mirrors. Majority of it is smoke and mirrors, because those who are really aware and mindful, you get to a space of just existing and being happy with just being who you are. You feel me? The spiritual shit just comes out of your essence once you get to a state of like self-realization, which is from the childhood trauma stuff. You feel me? And just becoming aware of who and what you really are. So that first half of my career was based off of that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I came to 2020, when I dropped my Poverty Stricken project, I lost a lot of my fans. I lost a lot of people because that specific demographic don't want to hear this type of music. They want to hear a bunch of all praises to the Most High. They want to hear a bunch of Bible scriptures. That's what they want to hear, but that's not my reality. And I had trapped myself in that. So as I had to be comfortable with letting go of every fan that wasn't truly there for me. They was there for the music and what I was creating. They weren't there for who Courtney Bell really is as a fan. You feel me? So being where I am now and taking a break from music for 4 years, coming back in 2024 this year, I had grown so much. I got introduced to psychedelics, like shamanism, like deeper levels of healing. And it's helped me become who I am now. You know what I mean? And being comfortable in my skin and being able to articulate myself, at a higher level. Yeah. And being comfortable with what I'm saying. Because before, and even from time to time, bro, I still think about what people are going to think about what I'm saying, opposed to just expressing myself freely. And whoever fuck with it, you gonna fuck with it. Whoever living real life or everyday life, you gonna fuck with my new album that I'm working on, because I'm peeling the layers back of what I've really been going through. Yeah. I'm saying stuff that I haven't said. I'm letting you into my childhood. So now I'm comfortable and I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? To like take my career to the next level type shit.
No, that makes sense, bro. Now that obviously I'm a little bit on the outside looking at, even though I knew, you feel me, I heard a lot of your shit before, I would say, yeah, before the pandemic and shit like that. But like that make a lot of sense hearing it from you now. But like that break, you talk about that break from 2020 to 2024 now. I want to talk about, the break you took before, before that time, 2017. You said you lost your uncle. Yeah. And he was like, the biggest supporter when it came to music. Yeah. Talk about that, man. Like, what was that like for you, bro?
Losing him? Or like him transitioning?
Yeah.
Man, I can't really compare that to my grandma. But when my uncle transitioned, it was just like a battery got put in my back more so. With my grandma, it was the total opposite. Yeah. I experienced suicidal thoughts at a high level. But with my uncle, he was one of the first people in the family that was like, nigga, you gonna do this music shit. Yeah. Like telling me that as a kid, like, nephew, you got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before my mom, like, became fully invested with music. Cause like when I first started doing music, like, nigga, my mama know me for hustling. She know me for certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? She like, man, whatever with that rap shit. Like, whatever. She wasn't an initial supporter of the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My dad, he was after my uncle. And we had these conversations, but I can't remember if my uncle would come to him and be like, hey, bro, like, nephew, your son really got it. Or he just seen it on his own. I can't remember. Right. But to lose my uncle, it hurt more because of how my family raised me. And what I mean by that is certain cousins is not cousins, them your brothers and sisters. That's how I was raised. Yeah. You know what I mean? And certain cousins is still cousins, you feel me? But like with my uncle and his kids, we were raised together, like since diapers, like same household damn near. Like I stayed with them for a period of time. So he was like a second father to me. You know what I'm saying? And him and my dad, that's my dad's little brother. So like they were best friends. So when he transitioned, life shifted drastically for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With his kids, like, because I'm the oldest out of all of them. So it's like I'm the big brother out of those four. You feel what I'm saying? So they started to look to me now. And it's like, damn, that's a whole nother way. Because I got other brothers and sisters on my dad's side and on my mom's side. So it's like to witness him transitioning, it's been 7 years, bro, and it still don't feel real. I still wake up every day and be like, damn, nigga, like, you really gone.
Really gone.
You feel me? Like, all of the things that we talked about that we were going to do with music, all of the plans that we made in regards to, nigga, when you get big, nigga, me and your daddy gonna be drunk backstage and fucking with the hoes and that. So it's like when he transitioned, like, I felt those moments be ripped out of my body. Like, damn, that can't happen now.
Right.
Like, you'll be there spiritually, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, I can't look over my shoulder at a show and see you and my pops right there. You know what I'm saying? I can't get that crib and all of that. Like, even with my grandma, like, that was the biggest thing with me and my grandma, just to even go there a little bit. Just like, it was like, damn, you not gonna name my baby. You not gonna be here when I get married. Like, you not my, like, I can't just call you and talk to you for hours no more and just, because both of them were like two of the people that I've been into. I've been into my uncle. Like, we kicked it. Yeah. You feel me? I really kicked it with my grandma. Like, that was my best friend. So to witness her transition, and both of them transition, bro, it was life defining. Like, damn, bro, how does life go on? That's the crazy part. Life is programmed to go on regardless. So even if I'm still stuck in 2021 when my grandma transitioned, life has just been continuing to go on. You feel me? And it took me 2 years to kind of like bounce back from my grandma. Yeah. It took 2 years, and I'm still actively bouncing back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I have my days, bro, I just sit up and cry, like. But I have an understanding with the spirit realm. So I still communicate with her because I still dream. I still have interactions with the spirit realm. So that brings me a peace. But the nigga side of me just be like, damn, grandma. Yeah. Like, damn, unc. Like, come on, man. Yeah, like, you gone. Type shit, you feel me? But those moments most definitely define me, and it woke something up in me that needed to be woke up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No doubt.
No, that's real, bro. You mentioned something, well, you said, you know, when your uncle passed, it kind of put a battery in your back, like, with your grandmother, too. Like, was there ever a time, bro, because this is something that I was dealing with. Like, I don't know if anybody else has felt these emotions, but were you ever running from certain things? Like, I know for me, when I say that, right, I got a lot of pictures of my mom, a lot of voicemails, a lot of shit, right? Bro, you couldn't pay me to look at or listen to none of that shit for like 2 years, bro. I just got to the point like a few years ago where I could look at a picture and not scroll away so fast, you know what I mean? Or that put that voicemail on, hear that voice. I'm like, nah, like, this shit ain't real, but it's reality. So like, did you ever experience anything like that, bro? Cause
I experienced it with my uncle. Okay. To where I couldn't see pictures of him. I start crying immediately. Yeah. Hearing his voice, like on my Poverty Stricken album, like when I finally got into that space when I was with RCA, like his voice needed to be heard because the world needs to know how important he is to who Courtney Bell is going to become. Why Courtney Bell loves music. Why Courtney Bell is part, like he's a part of why I'm a rapper. But with my grandma, when she first transitioned, I sat and probably for like 60 days, 2 months to 3 months, I listened to every voicemail she left me, and I cried myself to sleep for about 90 days straight. Damn. Like, weeping, bro. Yeah. And what helped me kind of like break through, because I was still crying, but like that trauma, that pain was so deep. I ended up doing a mushroom trip. And on that mushroom trip, bro, I literally I remember vividly balling up like a baby. Yeah. Like a baby in a womb. And I weep for 6 hours straight. Like, I'm talking about without ceasing, bro. I cried for 6 hours straight about my grandma. And over time, with maybe like a week or two after that, as my body and emotions regulated themselves back out, a peace that surpassed my own understanding just hit me out of nowhere. Yeah. But with my grandma, bro, like when I say that was my dog, nigga, yeah, man, I didn't understand the power of a grandmother's love until she transitioned. Yeah. Because she was always here. You know what I'm saying? My daddy got to experience it for 30 years, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, she transitioned. I'm 20 years in with you. You know what I mean? So for her transitioning, like, that shit broke my heart to pieces. It shattered my whole reality. I said, fuck music, everything, like, you know. But those moments most definitely made me who I am now. And through her transition, I learned the power of sobriety and dealing with your trauma and your problems as life comes at you soberly. You know what I mean? Because my grandma passed in 2021. My little brother died last year. He died in a car crash. And by the grace of God, when I caught my second DUI, I'm like, damn, how the fuck did I catch this DUI? I wasn't drunk. I wasn't fucked up. But God was protecting me. I didn't know months later, 3 months after I caught my DUI, that my brother was going to die. I didn't know that. And when it hit me, like, damn, every close death that I've experienced, I've had a bottle to run to. I've been able to drink. You feel me? Just to numb the pain and to run away from the reality of what is so. Right. And with my little brother, with Snoop, I had to deal with the raw reality of, like, he's gone. You feel me? Yeah. And that moment made me stronger as a man. And it helped me realize that, like, damn, bro, if I can deal with the pain of this, everything else in life I'm going to be able to navigate through soberly. Yeah. I don't need to pick up a bottle. I don't need to smoke weed. You feel me? I don't need any type of mind-altering substance to escape from reality. I'm going to deal with this shit head on now. And that helped me get locked back in on music. You feel me? And yeah, man. But overall, my grandma and my uncle, man, I most definitely found myself escaping and running with my uncle. But with my grandma, like, I had to embrace it. Yeah. I had to. Yeah. Because, like, if I done ran from it, I wouldn't be here to talk to you today. You feel me? I wouldn't be at peace. Yeah. Internally with myself. You feel me? If I done ran from that. So.
No, that definitely makes sense, bro. And I think as you're speaking about these things, I think I'm internalizing, like, how I got to this point where now, like, you feel me?
No doubt.
This shit started 3 months ago, bro. One day I was, I think I accepted some of it, you know what I mean? Or some type of acceptance with it. And I was just like, man, I can't keep running from this shit, bro. Cause it's fucking me up. You know what I mean? Like, it's doing more harm than good right now. Like, me and my family into it, like, all type of shit. My girl at the time, we not seeing eye to eye. It's so much shit going on, man. Like I said, I was pursuing baseball, like, professionally, right? I was in the minor league playing, bro. And it was like one day something hit me. I'm like, man, nah, I gotta do something about it, because I can't keep running, you know what I mean? And then now I can actually listen to a voicemail, you feel me? But, like, if I didn't sit with myself and, me being a big prayer, like, I'm not, too deep into spirituality. Damn, I can't even speak.
Yeah. You said it right,
yeah. But, like, right? You know what I mean? Just sitting with myself and, like, really talking, just talking to God, talking to myself, and sitting and actually understanding, again, that, when I first picked up that book that you told me about, I read that book like 3 times now since 2022. And each time it's like I discovered something different about why I was, running, but what I needed to do to stop running from it. Like, you know what I mean? And then one day, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, I woke up, I swear to God, I made an Instagram page, bro. That day, booked the studio that week, bro, and I released the episode, July 7th or something like that. And then it started to make me feel better, dog. And I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, how did I do it, but, like, I did it because I didn't think I would. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to keep running from my mama. I'm like, bro, this my mama. Like, what the fuck am I running for? Like, why I don't want to hear her voice? You know what I mean? Like, I got pictures and shit in my room. I got this pillow of her. I put that shit in the closet. You shut the door. Sure. I'm like, man, I can't do it. But now it's like, I see it, I get happier. You feel me? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a lifetime battle for real. But, like, I don't think people understand it until it happens to them. You know what I mean? And people on the outside looking in, trying to, understand, like, your stance with certain things and how you reacting or you acting out emotionally, whatever it is. But yeah, bro, I say that to say, bro, like, you've been a big part of this, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And that's my first time telling you, but, like, just seeing your vulnerability, transparency, just on the Instagram and shit, like, that shit helped me a lot, bro. Like, just helped me identify what's actually going on with me, in this realm too, like, everything. For sure, definitely appreciate you, bro. So when you pick back up on music in 2020, and you release a project, then you took another break, right? So
No doubt.
how did you find yourself getting back to, just music? Like, because that's, 4 years is that's a long time, and people won't, because I know me, nigga, I was like, damn, like, you feel me, win some shit, you feel me, out here pay, like, bro, when, wasn't too much conversation there, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know, you feel me, I didn't really know what was going on, but like, how did you find yourself back to music?
Psychedelics, bro.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, most definitely. Mushrooms put the mirror up that I had in the closet my whole life. You feel me? Because we get to it's so many levels of awareness and mindfulness that we have yet to tap into about ourselves internally. And with the mushroom allowed me to see myself for the first time fully, raw. My fucked up ways, my fucked up thoughts, things I've done that I haven't forgiven myself for, childhood traumatic experiences, just everything, bro. So I would attribute the mushroom, and my team, of course, but I would attribute the mushrooms to being the reason and a catalyst for why I turned back to music, because I had realized that, damn, bro, you have a unique way of expressing yourself musically, especially being from Detroit,
right?
That's not normal.
Not normal at all.
Just like how we were just having a conversation off camera, like, bro, like, I know that I'm in the realm of the Big Seans, the Royces, the Eminems, like, so it's like being in that lane, it's a certain level of artistic expression. You feel me? It's a higher level of rapping. And I was scared to go to that level. You know what I'm saying? I had fears of pushing myself to that level. So with me sitting with the mushrooms and sitting with shamans and going through real journeys within myself and healing, it turned me back to the music. Like I said, I just realized, like, bro, what you have to give to the game, nobody is giving. You feel me? The only person that I can equate that to that goes as deep, that's on a commercial level, is Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, that Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper album was his healing journey over the past few years. You know what I'm saying? So it's only certain artists that can articulate themselves at a high level like that and still keep it spiritual. Still be gangster.
Yeah.
Still give you good music. You feel me? So it's like, that's what I've been working on the past 4 years since I've turned back to the music. Because I've always still created. I just didn't commercially put anything out. You feel me? I did freestyles and stuff like that every blue moon. But now I'm in a space to where it's like, all right, bro, it's time to show these niggas why they can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a noble person. I don't like to use the word humble, but I'm a humble person at the end of the day. Like, my head be down. Like, you feel me? I think high of myself, but I don't think high of myself to where I'm damn near insane. Like, what makes Kanye a genius is how highly he thinks of himself, how confident he is in the music that he puts out and what he creates. I wasn't confident in what I was creating. You feel me? Because I was discovering myself. I had so many voices in my head from the past, the versions of myself now, and where I see myself being. Right. So with the mushrooms, man, the mushrooms most definitely turned me back to the music and just like, nah, bro, you got to turn this shit up. Yeah. And like, I had not necessarily, I say it was a subconscious fear of like being like super arrogant, like, and what comes with that, like, man, y'all niggas can't fuck with me lyrically on no level. No nigga in the city fuck with me, period. And I'm saying that on camera. This is my first time ever saying this out loud. Like,
I feel like a lot of people feel like that, but like, for real,
like, niggas lyrically can't fuck with me, bro. And Facts. I've been just super noble and chill and just be like, you know what I'm saying, trying to blend in a nigga's lane and merge into the street shit a little bit and show that I'm this, when it's like, nah, bro, this your lane. This is the path that you walk. Walk your path, and walk your path confidently, and walk your path with the Most High, and the rest of this shit is going to get figured out, bro. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like a scripture that I've been living on and really meditating on is like, seek ye the kingdom first. Everything else is going to be added, bro. You feel me? So I apply that same scripture to my gift now. Like, Most High, I want you to get the glory. Spirit, I want you to get the glory for the words that I use, because it's deeper now. We have so many rappers, bro, that's dying. You feel me? That's overdosing. Yeah. That's crashing out, bro. And it's like, Ain't nobody around these niggas telling these niggas that's like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not the way, but the street shit is glorified. You a real nigga if you a street nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If you a killer, if you pop perks, if you do all of that, but you a square, they gonna call you a square or a lame ass nigga if you not cheat on your girl.
Yeah.
If you love your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If you work a 9 to 5.
Man.
So it's like the things that we glorify in the culture to me is backwards. And I found myself being lost in that space of like glorifying shit that it's like, bro, that on some real 100 shit, like that type of shit ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like niggas come from an era of when I was a kid, nigga, if you pull the phone out while we scrapping, bro, you getting your ass beat.
Facts. Yeah. Niggas pull phones
Niggas don't
out.
play like that, bro. Like all that pulling the phones out. So it's like being in a phone driven or a technology driven culture and time now.
Yeah.
I know I have a voice to be the median because it's not like, nigga, I ain't no holier than thou type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on some, tell these niggas the raw reality, bro.
Right.
And give them the raw reality, bro. Show them how our culture is really fucked up for real. Yeah, we get fresh. Yeah, we get fly, but we don't own nothing. You feel me? Yeah, we got 100,000 on in jury, but we ain't got nothing in our neighborhoods.
Right.
All these other nationalities and other ethnicities run our hoods.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't real power to me. So with me discovering myself and coming back to the music space, it's like, damn, bro, you gotta show niggas, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Fuck talking. You gotta show niggas musically, spiritually, mentally. You got a standard that you have to exist in. You have a certain way of living that you have to live in because you're called to this particular way of living or this particular path. You feel me? So it's like now that I'm finishing my debut album, like 2025, bro, like I understand the weight that's on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I understand why I have to carry it now. Nigga, if I put a book bag with 50 pounds on your weight and just tell you to walk around with it and don't tell you why, you gonna take that bitch off? Like, no, nigga, you carry it. Like,
Right.
why am I putting this on my back? I figured out my why. The Most High told me why I have the gift that I have.
Yeah.
Why is certain shit that I can't do that other rappers can do. And even as a man, it's a certain way that I have to live in order to get to the level that the spirit sees for me to get to. Because once I get to this platform or I get to that certain stature, I have to be able to lead people back to the kingdom. That's my job and my responsibility. My job is to show that a street nigga can go through redemption. It's to be the voice for the niggas that's lost trying to figure God out. And it ain't cool enough for them, so they just say, fuck it. That's my gift. My gift is to be the middleman between street niggas and niggas that's spiritual. Between spiritual niggas and niggas that's killers. Between dope dealers and niggas that's shamans. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was something that I ran from. I either be on some street shit or I'd be on some conscious shit.
Yeah.
When it's like, nah, nigga, walk this path because this your path. Can't nobody do this in this generation but you. You got certain niggas that's just conscious. But my niggas on the block ain't riding around listening to Kendrick, bro.
At all.
You feel me? Niggas on the block not listening to Big Sean, bro.
At all.
The streets run the streets at the end of the day. And that's in me. You feel me? So anytime I've tried to portray something or try to be something, I'm stepping outside of who I really am at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm a spiritual hood nigga, bro. That's the label if we gonna label it anything. You feel me? I ain't no conscious nigga. I ain't no woke nigga. I'm aware for sure. I'm aware what the fuck is really going on. We can have a whole nother conversation about the shit that's really going on. But 85%, I'm gonna say 90% of the collective consciousness don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
We're all lost and we're all distracted in different facets of our life. You feel me? So it's like, I'm excited, bro. I'm thankful to get to this level of where I am now and be comfortable in my skin, be comfortable with who I am, you know what I'm saying? And just be Courtney, bro, on social media and off of it.
Yeah, no, that's real, bro. Damn, bro, you went deep into it, dog.
I didn't even mean to go that deep.
No, I fuck with it, though. I fuck with it, bro. Please do, bro, because like I said again, me being a fan of your music, right, and seeing these different phases that you've been in, right, it was so much curiosity. I'm like, I'm just sitting back observing and seeing you now, like 2024, like when you release Microdose and you talk about finding that happy medium, bro, like you feel like now your fan base really accepts you for Courtney Bell now?
I'm like a 70-30 on that because I'm still coming into my truths.
Yeah.
And my uncomfortable truths.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't feel like somebody can be a diehard fan of something until they know exactly who this person is and they buy into the brand because this person has given every part of themselves.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Type shit.
I feel that.
So I do feel that since I went through that phase in 2020, from 2020 up until now, a lot of people that come and support the music, they everyday niggas now.
Yeah.
You feel me? It ain't a bunch of niggas walking up to me like, Shalom, Ak, man.
Yeah.
You da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, when I was at that space in my life, I was cool with that. You feel me? But then I realized that certain everyday niggas wasn't resonating with what I was spitting because I was only spitting to that one demographic. You can't please everybody. I have to create music that I'm happy with, that resonate with my soul. Because if it resonate with my soul, whoever is a part of my soul tribe, whoever resonates on the frequency I resonate on, they gonna fuck with it. You feel me? So like now I'm just in the space of like creating pure art, bro.
Right.
And just being 100. You know what I'm saying? Being authentic. Like telling you, like, nigga, I still fuck up. Like, you feel me?
Facts,
even though I'm on probation and I can't drink now, but I still like, you know what I'm saying? I still be on nigga shit from time to time, bro. And it's showcasing that. Because if somebody views you as just spiritual as this, that type of shit, like, it fuck people up when they see you in real life and in real time and see how you really react and maneuver. You can fuck people up because it's like, damn, I seen you as this. You feel me? You could let a lot of people down. You feel me? Which is also creating a facade type shit. So, nah, bro, I do think that as I'm growing, which I am, my music is starting to resonate more because I'm being authentic to myself.
Right. Nah, bro, that's real, man. Courtney Bell, y'all, bro, I appreciate you coming through.
No,
bro.
man, no doubt.
Hey, we gotta do a part 2. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, we ran out of time today, but
yeah, for sure.
I'm just letting you. I'm transparent about this shit, y'all. So yeah, it's part 2 coming now. I'm telling you now. But yeah, bro, appreciate you coming through, man. The album, you working on a new album right now? And
I'm working on a debut album, man.
Yep.
2025, first quarter of the year. I've been creating it from 2020 to 2020. Well, it's 2024 still.
Yeah,
but you feel me? Okay. I started to create the idea of what I wanted my album to sound like in 2020. And I went through so many different phases of myself, which would cause my album to go through different phases because this version of myself, I'm not no more. So I don't resonate with this record no more. And every record just started to get better to now to where it's like, okay, I've completed the thought. I got records on there from 2022 that I created that was like, damn, this was authentic to who I was. I want the people to hear this version of me. I got a record that I just created when I was just in LA. Like, this is a version of me that I want to give to the people. So now we going into sequencing and starting the mixing process and all of that. So, you feel me? I turn my album in within the next 30 days. And then shit from there, man, it's off to the races.
For sure. So we should expect to get it first quarter, you say?
First quarter.
First quarter?
For sure.
Man.
First quarter.
Definitely excited for you, bro.
My nigga.
I mean, Microdose was an amazing project too, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to what's to come from you, bro. Again, appreciate you coming on the podcast. Then you tripping. Yeah, bro, I appreciate you, dog.
My nigga, bro.
Definitely, bro. We're gonna get it up again, bro.